The wind howled against the windows of David Rourke's modest Colorado cabin as he placed a single plate on the table. It had been 8 years since he'd last set a second one. Every evening since the divorce, dinner had become a quiet, solitary ritual, except for the birthday. Her birthday. That was the one night he made her favorite, lemon rosemary chicken, roasted potatoes, and a vanilla cupcake with a single candle. Every year he lit it. Every year, he whispered the same words. "I love you, Emma. I always will. I'm still here." But she never answered. 8 years earlier, Emma had left his life with a door slam and a silence that followed like a shadow. She was just 17, and her mother, David's ex-wife, Cynthia, had told her everything. "He left us. He gave up on our family. He cared more about his pride than you." What Emma didn't know, what she never stayed long enough to hear, was the truth. David hadn't walked away. He had been pushed. The marriage had decayed under years of resentment and silence, and when the fights turned cruel, David chose not to win but to surrender. He left the house, not the family. He offered Cynthia everything, house, custody, even the savings, just to avoid dragging Emma through the courts. He wrote letters, called, waited. But silence had been her answer. And so, he waited. And waited. It was a Tuesday afternoon in late fall when David's old flip phone buzzed, a number he didn't recognize. He almost didn't answer. "Dad?" The voice hit like thunder in his chest. It was shaky, raw, unfamiliar, but unmistakably hers. "Emma? I don't know if I have the right to ask this. But I need you. I need your help." Then came the words he never expected to hear. "It's about my daughter. Your granddaughter. Her name was Lily. She was 6. Fragile as a bird and pale from months of illness." Emma, now a single mother, had been fighting alone, her partner long gone, her mother recently passed. Lily needed a surgery Emma couldn't afford, and insurance was dragging its feet. Emma had exhausted everyone. Everyone but him. "I wouldn't ask if it wasn't for her. I'm sorry for everything. I was young. I didn't want to believe I was wrong about you." Her voice cracked. "But I was." David didn't ask for details. He didn't ask why it took 8 years. He simply said, "Come." He sold his truck the next day. Cashed out the last of his retirement fund. His pride? That left him long ago. Only love remained. When Emma arrived at the cabin with Lily in her arms, it wasn't the tearful reunion he had imagined 100 times. It was quieter. More real. Emma wouldn't meet his eyes. But she didn't let go of his hand, either. They stayed through the winter. David drove Lily to appointments. He read her stories at night. Cooked her the lemon rosemary chicken she quickly declared her favorite too. Slowly, laughter returned to the cabin. One night, as snow blanketed the world outside, Emma sat by the fireplace. "Why didn't you ever fight back? Tell me the truth then." David stared at the flames, his voice barely above a whisper. "Because I knew the truth would wait. You had to come to it yourself. That's how real forgiveness works. It's not forced, it finds you when you're ready." Emma wept in his arms that night, not just for the years lost, but for the years still waiting. Lily's surgery was a success. She ran across the cabin porch in spring, chasing butterflies with David close behind. Emma stood in the doorway, hand over her heart. The man she thought had abandoned her was the one who saved her daughter's life. And in doing so, saved hers too. On her next birthday, 3 plates sat on the table. Lily blew out the candle and grinned, frosting on her nose. David held Emma's hand. What did you wish for, sweetheart? Lily looked at them and said, that we stay together. Forever. David smiled, tears welling in his eyes. That's one wish I'll never let go. Sometimes, time is a cruel thief. But love, real love, waits patiently, humbly, and without demand. It doesn't keep score. It just hopes. And when given the chance, it can heal what seemed too broken to mend. Because no matter how many years go by, it's never too late to come home.